Grow My Cleaning Company teaches owners of cleaning companies just like you how to grow your company, make more money, and finally take charge of your financial future and your life. This podcast is about automating and creating systems that give you time and money freedom so you can grow like crazy without losing control. Since this is totally free, if you're getting tons of value, want to support us and make sure that you get more of the good stuff, subscribe, rate, and review to this podcast today. Now, on to the show. Hey, everybody. Welcome to our third live broadcast. So excited to be hanging out with you today. We're usually going to go Tuesdays and Thursdays, but today is the day before Thanksgiving, and I wanted to make sure that we hung out before that, and I got a chance to get in my special Thanksgiving episode, Stress Less, Be Happier, and Make More Money in Your Cleaning Business. So let's just jump right in. Hopefully everybody can hear me. Feel free to give a shout out and let's say, hey, can't wait to see everybody as we jump in. Want to make sure that I've got some people on and we will get going. All right, well, let's just jump into what's going on and why we should be thankful. A lot of people at Thanksgiving talk about, thanking people for this and thanking people for that. But I just wanted to get into why we want to be thankful and why that's so important. So I've got a bunch of different reasons. First and foremost, if you want to be happy, I have found in my humble experience, you can either get more crap or appreciate what you have more. One of those things you can influence, right? Or both of them you can influence. You can influence getting more stuff and you can certainly influence appreciating what you have. But you can have total control over appreciating what you have. So I have found that one way to get richer is just to appreciate the stuff that you've got as opposed to wanting more stuff. They've actually done studies and found that once you get over kind of a minimum, probably in the United States, it's probably $50,000. Once you get over that threshold of income, happiness really depends on how rich you are compared to the people around you. So it really is a matter of kind of perspective and things like that. So many times, keep in mind that we have the exact things that other people are praying for, whether it's health or a relationship or just regular money. We have that stuff. David Franco, welcome. And other people are praying for that very thing, and we take it for granted. So I want to make sure we don't want to do that. Last thing before we jump into some cool statistics is you can be stressed or you can be grateful or thankful, but you can't be both at the same time. All right, unless you're some sort of superhuman freak. But I have found I can be one or the other. I know how to be stressed or I know how to be grateful. I certainly can't be both at the same time. So if and when you're stressed, feeling bad, negative mood, if you start taking on an attitude of gratefulness, it's almost impossible to stick with that bad mood. So let me give you a couple of statistics by happierhuman.com/benefits-of-gratitude. Let me see if I can put this thing on here. Here we go. Ready? Did that work? Am I super fantastic? I think I might be. I just want to give credit where credit is due. So first and foremost, a 5-minute a day gratitude journal can increase your long-term well-being by more than 10%. That's a little bit interesting. The more interesting thing is that is the same impact as doubling your income. So, if you want to get just 10% happier, you can either double your income, which is fantastic. We love helping people do that, or you can just, do a 5-minute day gratitude journal. They've got tons of studies. I couldn't pick one because there's a lot of them that say that being grateful or having an attitude of gratefulness helps you sleep better. Keeping that same gratitude journal can help lower your dietary fat intake by as much as 25%. And again, if you go to happierhuman.com/benefits-of-gratitude, you can get, let me see if I can put that on the screen. You can get all the stats to kind of back this up, right? Don't want to say it and then have you guys go, Mike's just making crap up. Nope, I actually got these stats and there's all the research and stuff at that link if you're interested. People have less stress hormones such as cortisol, 23% lower, and that daily practice can help indeed curb the effects of aging to the brain. It reduces feelings of envy, which makes sense, right? If we are being grateful, it is really, really hard to be envious. And finally, it improves your marriage, makes you a more effective manager, and increases goal achievement and decision making. So there was like 20 more things. I just kind of wanted to get the big picture stuff. So now that we know why it's important to be grateful or thankful, and again, hopefully we're everyone's in this mode right now as we approach Thanksgiving. Let's talk a little bit about how to cultivate thankfulness. First and foremost, this is probably one of my favorite. One of the things I coach my one-on-one folks all the time is be really intentional about the words that we use. When we say stuff like, I think I might try to, that's such weak language. It's never going to happen. You want to say things like, I am going to, I have decided, this will happen. Take some ownership. It works exactly the same with the words that you use in terms of being thankful. So if some large portion of your vocabulary sounds like I wish I had, or excuses, I could do that if only, well, sure, he was rich, or he has this, or he's got that, all that sort of verbiage is going to just be a kick in the pants when it comes to being thankfulness. So be intentional about the words that you use and go, I really appreciate the opportunity to deal with this issue, or I am so lucky I get to, whatever it is, right? Sometimes I get, I do a lot of calls and I'm on the phone all the time, or I do these live events, and not today, of course, but sometimes I'm like, God bless it, I just want to sit down and relax, and I got to do this work. The reality is I should be like, I am so blessed that I get to hang out with these cool people and actually get paid for it and help amazing owners of cleaning companies change their lives every day. So attacking the same problem, but the different words and different way we think about it in our minds and use our words changes the entire situation. There's a story I heard, I think from Anthony Robbins, one of those great stories, talks about how that works just with everything else. There's a guy that had an anger problem. He'd be furious and he would just lose his temper and scream and yell. Nobody liked him and he had a hard time keeping a job. And he changed from going, I am furious, to I'm peeved. He would say, I think I'm slightly peeved. And just that choice in word would absolutely lower it. Same thing from I'm famished, I could eat a horse, we're going to take in a bunch of food, versus I'm a bit peckish, I think I could take a bite, right? So we really want to make sure we focus on the words that we use. And if we use intentionally thankful language and grateful language, we will be grateful too. Body language. It is really hard to be grateful or to not be grateful with a big smile on your face. Same thing. The physiology with your body, the way that it works. If I put a frown on my face and I talk like this, my mind doesn't know the difference and it really thinks I'm just upset. But if I talk like this and my physiology is hot and loud and I'm into it, I've got a big smile on my face, my brain almost can't help but being thankful and being happy. It's like, oh, this is how we look and feel and talk when we're happy and thankful, because I've got a smile and I'm talking this way with my voice. I must be happy. So that's another thing to be thankful for, that we can absolutely take charge of our state in any second just by the physiology, the words that we use, the way that we say them, the muscles that we contract on our face to make this face versus this face. So body language is a great way to cultivate thankfulness. Write a thank you note, not an email, by the way. Enough of that, right? An actual, real, live, honest to goodness thank you note. Write a thank you note. It's a great way to be thankful. Keep a gratitude journal. A lot of the studies that I looked at when I was researching for our time together talked about the benefits of keeping a gratitude journal. We had that. Where is it? See if I can put, oh, there we go. See, look at that fancy tool. That's the link where, but 4 or 5 times I mentioned having a gratitude journal, which is just writing down the things that you're thankful for and spending a couple minutes meditating on all the things that we have thankful for. Count your blessings, right? That's kind of similar with the gratitude journal. For me, praying absolutely helps me feel gratitude, right? When I know that I have a relationship with my God and that he loves me and he cares about me and he created me to do great things, really hard for me not to be thankful or to compare myself with other people. Find opportunity in your challenges. This is huge. When I'm taking on a coaching client, this is a big one. If I can find people that instead of coming to me going, this won't work, I don't know, I tried it, it won't work, this sucks, life sucks, everything sucks, really hard to coach that person. But when they come and go, I've got a massive challenge and I'm so excited for the opportunity to grow, and I'm so lucky that I get to deal with problems this big, right? Some people have little tiny problems that they don't really have any influence on. If we're owners of cleaning companies, we have all the influence in the world. If there's a crappy customer, we can fire them. If there's an employee driving us nuts, we can fire them too. Every circumstance that we have the opportunity to deal with is an opportunity for us to grow. So instead of looking at challenges or problems or stresses or pissed off people as the end of the world, look at it as an opportunity to grow, right? And be thankful that we have that opportunity. Serving and helping others is an amazing way to cultivate thankfulness. It's really hard when we're serving other people and taking the focus off of us and putting it onto them to not be thankful and grateful. And it is so good for the soul. And that's one of the reasons I feel so lucky to do what I do, is I actually get paid to help you guys grow. And certainly we do that in our spare time. And I feel like As much of the cool stuff I get to do with you guys, oftentimes we'll go with our church to do service projects and help other people. And I find oftentimes that is so much as fulfilling as all the cool work I get to do with you. So find someone else and help them. And that is absolutely a great way to be thankful. Make time to do the stuff that you like and be thankful for, right? So many times we're like, I don't have time to do something stupid. Pick your favorite dumb song, like that nobody knows, happy, like out of whatever song that you like, that, and crank it up and dance like an idiot for a while, right? Just take a couple minutes to take a break and don't be all busy. We got to do this, we got to do that. Take time out of your day to do stuff you like. Get a massage, take a walk, listen to some classical music or not classical music, work out. Do the things that give you energy and just take quick little breaks. Finally, have fun and flirt with life. Anyone that hangs out with me in my live event or in my personal life knows I am always making trouble when it comes to the people I deal with. If it's the lady at the car rental thing or the lady serving me a coffee, or just when I'm out and about, as ridiculous as I am with you guys in this scenario, I'm the same way in real life. And it's so much fun to just say something unexpected, have a little fun, and break up the monotony of other people, right? Whether we're selling or working with an employee or a vendor, a stranger we'll never see again who's just bringing us coffee, to be able to kind of have fun. I call it flirting with them, even though it's a boy or girl, not like a romantic flirt. Just having some fun can break up the monotony of life and really give you an opportunity to be thankful. So we've talked about why thankfulness is important. We've talked about how to cultivate thankfulness. Let's talk about things that we can and should be thankful for in this business. First and foremost, we get paid to help people. How cool is that, right? And again, this is how you look at it. If you're like, I have to put my hand in the toilet, or I'm just a glorified janitor, I'm paid, I'm a glorified manager of janitors. That's so sad, right? What we want to be in is, thank you. Michelle's like, thankful for your positivity. That makes me so happy. Michelle, if you can see my dopey face, I am smiling like an idiot. So we actually get paid to help people, right? We can look at it as we do this demeaning work and it's hard and it sucks and all the negative stuff, or we can go, isn't it ridiculous that people have a problem of they want, on the residential side, they want time with their kids or their family. They want to feel special for working hard like they do. They need time to recharge and they want a special place at home to do that. We get to do that. By golly, we get paid to do it, which is ridiculous. On the commercial side, we can help people be healthier, miss less work, be more effective. Small business owners that poured everything into their life, we can help them make their place feel special. There's so many ways we can help people and we get paid to do it. And that is absolutely something to be thankful for. There is no cap on your income or service, right? There are some places in the world where we're capped, right? And, I don't want to get political, but socialist, communist type things. The government tells you what you can do, when you can do it, and how much you get paid to do it. And that's that. You can't bring any more value to the world, which is so sad. It is amazing. And I am so thankful that we live in a country where we can serve as many people as we want. We can make as much money as we want. We can give as much money as we want. We can have ever expanding kind of circles of the service that we give, which is amazing. Recurring income. For all of you out there doing one-time move-in, move-outs or construction cleanups, you're missing the boat, folks. One of my favorite things, and I've had car dealerships, construction companies, manufacturing, obviously a service master, commercial cleaning business. One of my favorite things is recurring income. You sell a customer once and you get paid every month until you screw something up. That is fantastic. Very few businesses can be $1 million business. And if you do your bidding and billing right, by the first of the month, you got $80,000 in your bank account before you've lifted a finger. You know exactly how much money you're going to make. Recurring income and the ability to get paid in advance is amazing. I got to tell you, with the construction and with the car dealership, I've been lots of businesses which was cash negative, right? If you grow, it just is a big cash suck. You just hear like money like leaving your bank account and going into your business. And hopefully it goes out and makes some friends and brings them back. But a lot of times it doesn't. With the cleaning company, is so amazing. We can actually get paid in advance. We can have recurring income. It's such a stable business to grow financially. And I am super thankful for that. We have the ability to create systems, right? So instead of working or hiring people to do work, we can create systems to do most of the work for us. And then we can hire smart people to run the systems and we can go relax. We can actually put our feet up and relax where people are out there serving and we get paid for it, which is phenomenal. We can also set up systems to attract the right people that we want to work with so we don't have to chase, right? I feel so blessed that I get to hang out with you guys every day and you're so amazing. And I don't have to chase, right? You guys come to me and quite frankly, based on the systems that I've set up and the way that I've done my marketing, the people that come to me are so cool. You guys are just the best. I almost never have to deal with yahoos or nerds or jerks, and once a month maybe. So I'm so thankful that I get to do that. You guys get to do that, right? We get to pick. If you've got jerk customers, it's because something you've done with your advertising wasn't. I got so excited, I spit on my own screen. Dirty little secret. If you could see my screen, there's like little spittles all over it. It took me a year to figure out why does my screen always have little dots on it. And I realized because I'm spitting all the time. So there you go. More information than you ever wanted to know. There it is. If you ever come to my house, go check my screen. You can see all the spittle on it. I go, good Lord, he's got to settle down. He gets too fired up. So yeah, we can attract the right people and only deal with those people, whether it's customers, employees, vendors, being our own business owners. We get to attract the universe and the life that we want and the people that we want to do it with, which is so cool. All right. Things that we could be thankful for just in life, not even as an owner of a cleaning company. Take a minute to chew on this. We live better today than kings lived just a couple hundred years ago, right? 100, maybe call it, what are we at? 1800. I don't know. That's 200 years ago. There was kings and queens, and they were the most powerful people. And the chance of you being a king or queen was very low. But they couldn't, if they wanted to get across the world, it would take 6 months or a year, and they still might die doing it. We can do it in 12 hours, depending on where you're flying and what's going on. If it was hot outside and they wanted to be cool, I guess you just take off clothes or have servants kind of fan you, right? They can't just go to a dial and say 73. No, let's make it 74, right? We have that ability. Almost everybody within the sound of my voice, hopefully everybody within the sound of my voice has that ability. If you want food that's not in season, I mean, goodness, the food that they would have, I'm guessing doesn't hold a candle to the food that we can have for just about any money. Albert says, have one customer that makes me work after Thanksgiving, not next year. I'm not sure what that means, Albert. I'm not sure if we're sad or happy about that, but thanks for jumping in. So yeah, if you just think about it, we are literally wealthier than, the clothes that we buy, the transportation that we have, the ability to communicate, the fact that I'm talking with you people all over the world right now, doesn't matter how much wealth you had just 80 years ago, that was impossible to do this. So the fact that we live like better than kings lived just a couple hundred years ago is amazing. The fact that you've got the mind and the drive to succeed. If you were listening to this broadcast, I'm guessing it's because you either have a company, you want to grow a company. And I used to take that for granted, that desire to grow and succeed. I thought everybody had that until I started coaching, and I realized, man, a lot of people don't. So if you've got that desire and you just want to get up and you're so excited about what you do and you love the challenge of business, don't take that for granted. Be thankful for that. That is very, very rare, and I can't teach it, right? Unfortunately, I look for it. So as a coach, that's just beyond my ability to instill that in people, that drive and that creativity and that resourcefulness and that commitment. I can only find that and encourage it. I can't create it. So if you've got that, absolutely be thankful for that. The internet, for crying out loud. There was a time, if you and I disagreed on how many home runs Mark McGwire hit before we found out he was on steroids, and you said 64 and I said 71, we would just kind of wander away, or maybe we could try and find a library. I don't even know how that would work. Whereas nowadays we all have smartphones. We can look it up and know anything. The entire knowledge of man since the beginning of time is at almost all of our fingertips, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. If that's not something to be thankful for, I can't tell you. Books, for crying out loud. I don't know about you guys, but I love books. Your comfy bed. I don't know about you, but when I travel, which is quite a bit, stupid stuff. Have you ever said, I want to sleep in my bed? There are some people that don't have a comfy bed. The fact that we come home and maybe our house isn't what we want it to be, and maybe we're renting, want to own, or who knows the situation, but almost all of us have a comfy bed where we feel safe and the temperature's the way we want it to be. That is amazing. So that's something we'd be thankful for. A safe home, right? I've lived in nice houses. I've lived in not nice houses, but safety for me is huge. Being able to know with some certainty, right? there's always a chance that 9,999 nights out of 1,000 or out of 10,000, I'm going to be safe and I can sleep and relax. Laughter. I don't know about you guys, but I absolutely love laughter, and it makes me so happy that we can actually just laugh. So real quick, as we end this, kind of why it's important to be thankful, how to cultivate thankfulness, and things that you can be thankful for, both as a business owner and just as a human being. I want to share a couple of things that I am thankful for. First and foremost, I am so thankful we live in a free capitalist society, that my efforts that I put in, I can get paid for. I can serve as many of you guys as I want for as long as I want. And I'm so blessed that I get paid so well for what I do. And that all comes for a capitalist country, right? There's a lot of countries in the world that I wouldn't have that opportunity to serve you, and you wouldn't have the opportunity to be served. So I know it's maybe nowadays not politically correct to say, but God bless America, right? Second, the wife that is way too good for me, two healthy boys, my 20-year-old boy, Caleb, my little 3-year-old guy, Christian. I am so thankful for those guys. As a 44-year-old dude, I'm thankful I can still almost keep up with my little 3-year-old guy. A healthy body, right? I think that's one thing sometimes we can forget about in terms of just getting out of bed pain-free every morning is something that not everybody in the world can do. Hey, welcome to Miguel from Canada. Good to have you, man. So just a healthy body, and like I said, the ability, the technology to connect with you people like this all over the world. We've got a guy from Canada on. I'm here in Phoenix, and we've got customers in Australia. The fact that I can connect with you guys all over the world in real time, I am so thankful for it. And finally, and this is probably the most important thing that I want to leave you all with, is the ability to serve amazing people like you and get paid for it. Every morning I have to pinch myself that not only do I get to serve people, that's fine, but I get to serve the coolest people ever. This community, Cleaning Nation, is just hardworking people that love to work and love business. And the fact that I actually get paid to be able to hang out with you and serve you and watch you grow your businesses and grow your companies and work less and systematize and get the houses that you want and have the lives that you want is it is it is absolutely the favorite thing I get to do in any given week. And I love that I'd be able to do it. Linda says, are you still going to do the podcast? I'm actually going to replace, and this is a weird one, by the way. So usually don't worry. I think our next live is going to be on Tuesday. And we'll be back to our regularly scheduled how to grow your cleaning company. I know we didn't get too much on this, but dang it, I got to say, I think the more I work with people, the more I find that mindset is as important, if not more important sometimes, than the steps that we use. So the answer, Linda, is yes, this is going to be the podcast. So we're still going to release these live events as a podcast, but as opposed to me just talking with somebody kind of not in secret, but on our own, I wanted to open it up to everybody who wanted to join live so we could have a conversation, and then I will absolutely release them as the podcast. So Linda's giving me the sad face. I promise you, these live events or these live Facebook lives are going to be just as long as the podcast. I'm going to pack in as much teaching to these guys as we did to the podcast, and then we're going to release them as podcasts. So you'll be able to join live and play with us in real time. And then if you're not able to join live, you can still catch them on the podcast and the YouTube channel, just like everything else. So hopefully that'll be better. But as always, we want your feedback. So I guess I want to end by saying, now I got Linda's thumbs up. I wasn't going to be able to sleep tonight, Linda, with the sad face, but now that I got the thumbs up, I feel good. So yes, absolutely. We are replacing the podcast, or just changing the podcast formula we are recording these live events. It's going to be very similar to the podcast. We're still going to do a bunch of coaching, but you're going to be able to interact both live as well as just listening to the recording. And oh my gosh, Justin Jones says, I'm thankful for getting to know you and your wife and helping me out in so many ways. Dude, you just have such a big hug coming, man. I love you guys. That is so kind and so thoughtful, man. I appreciate you, brother. So anyway, I just want to end by saying thank you, thank you, thank you. I want every single one of you to have an amazing Thanksgiving. And for those of you who consider me your business coach, let me give you some coaching to, if possible, take tomorrow, take Friday, maybe Saturday and Sunday off, spend time with your family, reconnect with why we work so hard, right? So we can do the things that we want and hang out with family and do the important things. So have a very, very happy and blessed Thanksgiving. And I want to encourage and challenge you to practice intentionally cultivating thankfulness and give me some feedback. Let me know how it works out for you. So really enjoyed hanging out with you guys. Have a great Thanksgiving, and we will see you next week. Thanks for tuning in to today's show. If you're fired up, ready to grow, and want to see if you have what it takes to work with us at Grow My Cleaning Company, here's what I want you to do right now. Go to growmycleaningcompany.com/talk. That's growmycleaningcompany.com/talk to book an appointment to speak with me personally. I'm going to jump on the phone with you to get you crystal clear on where you are now, where you want to be, and how to get you there. Don't walk around in the dark any longer. If you are serious about growing your cleaning company, it's time to finally get the systems in place that you need to grow. We've helped hundreds of owners of cleaning companies not only grow their business and their personal freedom, but give back to their community as well. If that's what you're looking for, head over to growmycleaningcompany.com/talk and book a time to talk with me personally. I can't wait to get to know you and your business.